work out in, baby. So I'm saying, we gotta work out. We gotta stay healthy out here, bruh. Right now, it is fucking a little bit of breezy up out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a little breezy. Anybody there yet? Ah, nobody's there. Anybody here? Anybody here, man? Let me tell you something, bruh. Kelcat, I get a whole lot of garbage coming my way, bruh. It's like this society is built to take, or built to force you to take leftovers from other men and other races of men too. That's why I refuse to date single mothers, especially single mothers from other races of men. I refuse to do that shit, bruh. I refused to do this shit. A lot of men saying, well, you know, when you get older, it's gonna be hard to find women without children. But it's possible. You just gotta wait for that shit, bro. You just gotta wait for that shit. You see what I'm saying? You gotta wait for that shit. Get you a motherfucking female without any children, man. All this leftover shit, bruh. This shit is for the birds, bruh. This shit is for the birds. You know, when I was younger, I didn't realize that I was getting leftover women forced down my motherfucking throat until I got older and I start realizing that, hey, these females are leftover women. Leftover women from other races, leftover women from other communities. You see what I'm saying? I gotta stretch these calves out. Leftover women, bruh. We're forced. We are forced to take in leftovers because I get a lot of trash coming toward me, bruh. A lot of fucking goddamn trash. Ugh. Fuck, dude. Ugh. Oh man, we gotta stretch these fucking calves out, bruh. Stretch them out. Stretch them out. We gotta make sure we stretch, man, because we don't want no injuries. And you know what? Since China, okay, China considers women after 25 leftover women. We gotta consider women after 25 leftover women too. Only in the U.S. where women are considered leftover after they hit 30. Like example, Karuchi, Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend. She is leftover women, bruh. It don't matter how pretty she is after she turns 30 years old. And here in the U.S., she's left over. She's left over. It don't matter. Yeah, she's still attractive. Don't get me wrong. But she's still left over after she turned 30 years old here in the U.S. Now, after 35, a woman is totally out of the fucking ballpark. She's out of the game. It'll be severely hard for her to find a husband after 35. 30 years old, yeah. There's still some hope for a lot of these leftover women. But all I see is black men taking in leftovers or forced to take in leftovers. Back to what I was saying about black men, okay? Black men are forced to take leftovers. Look at what comes at you on a regular basis. Fat, ugly, overweight women who don't exercise, who don't want to exercise. You see what I'm saying? And we try, you know what? We're forced to take leftovers from our own race of women too. You know, a lot of these females, after they get through with the bad boy, they come running towards you, bruh, to give you the leftovers. You see what I'm saying? After they get through whipping and running the streets, you know, partying, drinking, after they get done doing all of that, okay? After they get done doing all that, they come running toward you. The last women that I dated were leftover women, bro. You see what I'm saying? The last women that I dated, leftover. Except that one 20-year-old girl that I was talking to. I didn't really go out on a date with her, but we were talking on the phone, Instagram. You see what I'm saying? But these fatties, let me tell you, these fat, nasty, leftover women, okay, are constantly being forced down your throat. And, you know, black men, we gotta reject these type of women, bro. We gotta reject them. We gotta save ourselves for when we become high value and when we get our goals straight. Because we don't want to accept something that's left over. That's how you get all these, like, you know, babies with autism, babies with learning disabilities and shit like that. That's how we create all this shit, bruh. A female supposed to be having birth between the ages of 20. Okay, I think age 20. I think 18 is too young for a female to have a baby. I say like give her an extra 2 more years after 18 years old. Okay, I think from age 20 to age 30, that's the best years where a female's supposed to be giving birth. But in those years, these females are ripping and running, behind the bad boy, having fucking party and shit like that. And at the end of the fucking goddamn 20s, okay, she want to settle down with a good guy. Now, I had my fun with the bad boy, with the hot boy. I didn't have my fun. Now I want to give the leftovers to the high-value good guy. And these high-value men are laughing their ass off because most high-value men, let me tell you, are good guys. They're not bad boys. They're not Chaz and Tyrone. Let me tell you, most good men, most good guys are ex-incels or normies, okay? Chaz and Tyrone's and the bad boy, they don't get serious about their shit in their life until they get older and start losing their looks. Then they start getting serious about their life. Other than that, most men with money are not good-looking dudes. Most. I'm not saying all these other Chaz and Tyrone's that are rich and shit. That's a small portion of them, man. Very small portion. Most Chaz and Tyrone's don't get their shit together in their 20s, bro. It be mostly incel and normie guys, okay? Because we figured that we have to work harder just so we can get a piece of the good life. To get the life that the Chaz and Tyrone's get, okay? To get that type of life, we have to work hella hard and be disciplined. We have to exercise and shit. We gotta work harder than the Chads and Tyrone's, man. You feel me? But the world, let me tell you, the world is set up for you to fail as a black man. They want to give you leftover women, okay? Having babies with leftover women, that creates a lot of birth defects and shit. Kids coming out with disabilities, autism, mental disabilities and shit like that. They don't want to give the black man, I could say a lot of men deal with these issues. A lot of Latino men deal with these issues, getting leftover women and shit. Because I've seen it in all races. But especially for black men, they force you to take leftover women, bro. You see what I'm saying? They force you to take leftover women. Even when I was in my 20s, a lot of leftover women were coming my way, bro. A lot of leftover women were coming my way. And I was bouncing them. I was busting nuts and stuff. My last girlfriend was a leftover bitch, bro. You see what I'm saying? She had a kid, but she had money though. She made over $100,000 a year, bro. She made money. But she was still left over. It doesn't matter if she has money or not. She is still left over, bro. You see what I'm saying? She is still left over. And no matter how much money she has, she could be a billionaire. She's still left over women. She could be Oprah Winfrey. She's still left over. It doesn't change the fact that her fucking eggs are dried up. Okay? That don't change the fact. Money doesn't make the female valuable. Her eggs, her moist eggs does, not her dried up eggs. That shit don't make, that shit don't give you no value. The question is, can you produce a healthy baby? After 35 years old, these females cannot produce a healthy baby. See what I'm saying? It becomes dangerous to have a baby with a female over 35 years old. It starts to become more dangerous. Okay, birth defects, that shit gonna happen big time after 30. Most likely something's gonna come out wrong with the baby. Then the baby's scarred. He or she is cursed for life. Autism and shit like that. You know, learning disabilities. All that shit come out of leftover women, bruh. You see what I'm saying? All that shit come out of leftover women. And they force it down your throat, bruh. Look at all the trash that's coming toward me, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Look at all the trash that come after me all the time. You know? That's why it's good just to pump and dump these females if they don't have no money. Now, if these leftover women, let me tell you, if they had money, that's different. That's a little different. There's an exception to the rule. I won't fuck with no leftover woman, but if she come with some money to the table, if she come with some money to the goddamn table, then yeah, she's an exception to the rule. She's an exception, she's an exception to the rule. But a lot of these females, let me tell you, they are leftover women when they hit past 30 years old, bruh. And black men, let me tell you, do not accept these women into your life. Only for sexual pleasure. You know, you tell a leftover bitch, let's meet up at my house. If she don't want to do that, this female, she is not sexually attracted to you. She's trying to find something sexy in you. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to find something sexy in you. Instead of like meeting up at the crib to fuck. You know what I'm saying? These women are not sexually attracted to you if she don't want to meet with you, at the house. And that's what you gotta treat these women. You gotta treat these women like leftover women. No, we're gonna meet up at the house to fuck first. You know what I'm saying? Or if you do go out on a date, you end up back at her house, not at your house, at her house. You treat these bitches like leftover women, bruh. Because you're not gonna get anything out of it if you go out on a date and spend money on this bitch. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get nothing out of it. You know? You're not gonna get nothing out of this. Leftover women, they're pushed on black men big time. After they get done with running with Chad and Tyrone, or after they get through running with their race of men, like, for example, white women, they only come after black men when they're not wanted by Chad no more. After they get through riding the cock carousel with Chads, then when they get to be 32, 33, 34, 35, they start, black men are starting to look good to me now. But where were black men when you was in your 20s? When you was running around with Chad? Where were black men then? When you was at your best, when you was at your best, when you was at your prime, when you was at the best years of your life. Well, but you gave it to the white boy. You gave it to the Hispanic guy. You gave it to the Asian guy. But you gonna give the leftovers to black men? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You tell that bitch, I want you in your 20s. I want you primed up. That's why it's good to go to another country, black men, because right now, I'm getting young women in other countries, bruh. I'm getting young bitches, slim and attractive looking women, bruh, in other countries, bruh. Wow, these women out here, these fat women, they think they're deserving of you. These fat women, they laughing and fucking giggling in your goddamn face. Yeah, there's a black guy right there. He'll take me in. He'll take me in. Chad don't want me no more. I don't want you, bitch. You fat and out of shape. You need to be out here working out. You know what I'm saying? You need to be running and shit. You know? You need to be running out here. You know? You know, they expect you to be the sloppy second leftover man taker. Or the woman taker. No homo. My bad, that would be gay. You know? Because I'm black, because I gotta get leftovers. Is that what it is? I can't get a female that's in her prime. That's why men, if you want black men, especially black men, if you want a woman in her prime, you gotta leave this country. If you're an average Joe that just don't want to be rich in life, but you got an okay paying job, save your money, leave this country, bro, because they're gonna keep on trying to give you leftovers. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna try to keep on giving you leftovers. Especially an older black man. They're gonna try to give you leftovers. And a lot of these bitches, they 24, 25, they about to be leftover too. You see what I'm saying? Leftover. A lot of these females done got emotional baggage by the time they get to be 25 years old. They already got emotional issues. They're not even 30 yet and they got emotional issues. These women are no good. They're no good. You see what I'm saying? They're no good. They act like princesses when they don't need to be. This bitch at 7-Eleven, she act like she all that. This bitch that I interact with at 7-Eleven, she think like she all that, but this bitch is fat, bro. Bitch is fat thighs, fat ankles, fat feet. These are all the signs of leftover women. These are all of the signs of leftover women, bro. You don't want no leftover women, bro. You don't. You don't want no leftover women. These women, they wait until the last minute to come look for a black man, bro. Because let me tell you, those same dudes that they used to can get, they can't get no more. Like, for example, like if a woman was chasing Chad her whole entire 20s, right? She's fucking Chads everywhere or Tyrones. You know, she's fucking the bad boy. Okay, but after she hit about 28 years old, she started noticing that the traffic of men or the traffic of bad boys and Chads and Tyrones start to slow down. Because Chads and Tyrones are constantly going after young women. Okay? So then, like when she get to be like 30 years old, and she noticed that when she looks in the mirror, she's not that same female that she used to be. Okay? There's a few more wrinkles up under her fucking eyes. There's a few more cracks in her ceilings. Okay? There's a lot more mileage on her pussy. She done had a couple of kids already. You see what I'm saying? So when she come in contact with the bad boy or Chad or Tyrone, okay, when she come in contact with these men are turning her down. Or these men, they just pumping and dumping her for this one night. Okay, she could no longer keep the bad boy and Chad around anymore. Because these men, because she's after those same Chads and Tyrones. Okay? She's after those same Chads and Tyrones. And after a while, she's not able to get those type of women. I mean, she's not able to get those type of men anymore. And she hit 35, and now she's competing with the 21, 22, 23-year-olds. You see what I'm saying? You know? So these type of women need to be pumped and dumped. That's it. Now, I'm not saying don't have sex with these type of women, all right? But no long-term relationships, no marriages for these women. Let these women be a booty call for men for the rest of their life. Okay? Let these fucking women be booty calls, you know, and one night stands for the rest of their life. Because that's what women that are left over after a certain age, that's what all they are. And that's why they so conscious about sleeping with men. They want to drag that shit, they want to drag the fucking dates out long and shit, because they think you out just for their pussy and shit. But you know what? Chad and Tyrone, the bad boy, they were out for your pussy too. You gave them the pussy right away. But you're gonna let the good guy wait for some pussy and shit? Fuck that. You gonna make the good guy wait for the pussy and shit. Like, that's these bitches, man. They're done. They're done. They're done. After a certain age, these women are done. That's why you don't get into no long-term relationship with a female that's left over. Look, man, Kel-Cat went on some dates, man, and all I seen was leftover women. That's why I'm single to this day, bro. I got too much pride to sell myself short for a leftover bitch. Bitch is left over. She gave the bad boy, the guy who was 6 feet tall, the Chad, you know what I'm saying, the Tyrone that was 6 feet tall, gave him the best years of their life. The best years, bro. And then when those men don't want her anymore, when the men in her race don't want her anymore, then she come running toward you, bro. And it's like that in Thailand too. There's a lot of fatties and stuff that want me. There's a lot of fat women that want me and shit. Okay? In Thailand. You know what I'm saying? But these women are pumped and dumped, bro. You see what I'm saying? Or they're just ignored. I'm going after only the cream in the crop. You feel me? You know? You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Oh, today's Super Bowl. Today is Super Bowl. So, dude, it's all about self-respect, bro. You don't take in no sloppy second leftover bitch, bro. You pumping and dumping. When you go out on a date with a female and she's leftover, nah, we going straight to the bedroom. Because we ain't going to build nothing. No matter how you slice it, you're not going to build nothing with a leftover woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna build no shit with these raggedy, stomped down, ran through bitches, leftover women. You ain't gonna build nothing with them. All there is sex with leftover women. That's it. You ain't gonna build no legacy with leftover women. Let's count that out right now. You ain't gonna build no legacy with no leftover bitch. That's on the real, man. That's on the real. Shit, man. I'm telling you. You can try, but your kid gonna come out retarded. I'm telling you. Anytime you have babies with leftover women, or try to fucking create a legacy with leftover women, you putting your children at risk. You endangering your children. Your children might suffer from depression. Your sister, I mean your children, your babies might suffer from down tone, down syndrome. You know what I'm saying? When you have babies with leftover women, the chances of having birth defects goes up. The older she get, the more dangerous it becomes to have a baby with her. So why try to settle with a bitch, you know, that has leftovers in her background? No matter what you say, after 30 years old, she's left over. It don't matter how good she look. Look at Karuchi, okay? She look good for her age. She's 32 years old. She's fine as hell still. But having babies with her, okay, it's more dangerous than having a baby with a 22 or 23-year-old Karuchi. Okay? Karuchi is fine as fuck. That's Chris Brown old lady. You feel me? So, just keep that shit in mind, especially to black men. You just cannot accept these leftover women because they spent their prime chasing Chad and Tyrone. I gotta do some sprints, man. No, I ain't gonna do no sprints today. I'm gonna do some capoeira. Oh, shit. We're gonna do some capoeira today. Anyway, man. I just wanted to drop that quick video. I don't want to make an hour video today. I gotta do my capoeira. Just keep that in mind, bro. Leftover women, let them be left over, bro. Don't save these hoes. Don't come to their rescue. Don't pay their bills. Don't come, simping and shit. You see what I'm saying? Don't come simping for these leftover bitches, man, because they had their fun with the bad boy. They gave the best years to the bad boys and to the Chads and Tyrones. You see what I'm saying? Nah, when you come in contact with a leftover bitch, this is all sex, baby. That's all it is. Because you ain't gonna build nothing with a leftover bitch, bro. Ain't no fucking way you gonna build, you see what I'm saying? Ain't no way you gonna build with a leftover hoe, bro. There's no way you gonna have babies and stuff popping out. Nah. If you're gonna settle down with a bitch, it gotta be a bitch in her 20s, bro. It's gotta be a bitch in her 20s in her prime. Okay? These women after 30, they're more delusional, okay? The older they get, the more delusional they get. After they hit 30 years old, they still think they got it, okay? They still think they can attract a high-value man, but they can't because they're competing with these 22-year-old females, 23, 24, 25. I told you the wall starts at 25 years old. Sometimes the wall starts earlier than that. Maybe they start at 23. If she was a drinker for like 4 or 5 years, if she started drinking at 18, okay? If she started drinking at 18, then, she's going to be left over by the time she's 24, okay? Over there in China, they call these women leftover women. Women who are past 25 years old, like I told you before. And because China, they follow biology, they follow chemistry and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said before, the body, male and female, starts to die at 25. Because reason why? Because you see a difference between a 25-year-old human being and a 30-year-old human being. You see what I'm saying? You can see the difference between a 25-year-old human being and a 30-year-old human being. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? So no, that's why you see the wall. That's why when women hit 30 years old, it took them 5 years to get there. It wasn't like, she was 25 and then she jumped to 30 and still looked the same. Nah, she looked different between 25 and 30. She has aged. The aging process for the human body starts at 25 years old. And then there's a slow decline after 25. And these females are most affected by this wall. Okay, men, we're not affected like that, bro. You see what I'm saying? We don't have eggs and stuff that are drying up. We don't have a biological clock that's ticking and shit. These females got a biological clock that's ticking and they don't even realize it until it's too late, man. Until it's too late. They don't even realize that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep running that shit, bro. Gotta keep running. So keep that in mind. Don't accept any leftovers forced, especially from other races of men. I see a lot of black men walking around with fat women. The other day I saw a black man with a fat woman, okay? She had fat calves, fat ankles. Dude wasn't even fat, bruh. He was a normie. He was my height. He was just a normal looking dude. He wasn't fat. He wasn't none of that shit. He wasn't chubby. He just a straight up normie. He was with this big old fat whale at this burger joint. And of course we're gonna see this bitch at a burger joint because this bitch is fat. She likes food and shit. And for this motherfucker to be seen in public with a female that's probably broke and don't have a whole lot of money, okay, because they were getting into his car, okay? He was the one driving, okay? So it wasn't like this bitch had money, had a, Benz and shit, you know what I'm saying? Living good and shit. Nah, he was with a broke fatty, a broke or leftover bitch. And she was a woman from a different race. Time and time again, you keep on bringing your value down as a man when you go after these leftover women. And when I consider leftover women are also fat women too. Don't forget that. Fat women are leftover women. It don't matter if they're young. They're leftover. Because men of their race don't want them because they do not fit the standards. They do not fit the standards of that fucking goddamn they don't fit the standards of society. They don't fit society's standards. No, you got to be slim and trim, baby. You can't be a fat whale. You can't be eating pork chops every single goddamn night, stuffing your goddamn face in the middle of the night. That's these fat women do. That's what they do. They got bad eating habits. They want to eat all the time. Eat hella sugar, cookies and shit. Stop eating all that shit if you got a weight problem. But nah, these bitches, they eat themselves to death. You see what I'm saying? Fat women are leftover too. Stop taking sloppy seconds from other men, other races of men. And if you want to fuck these bitches, you tell that bitch you meeting up at a house somewhere behind closed doors where nobody can't see. But don't come all in the open, parading this big old fat whale around, parading this fucking old ass bitch past 35 around, okay, or past 30 around, like she a fucking, a prize or something like that, man. This society is going downhill, bruh. It used to be trim and slim and trim. Now that feminism has gotten stronger, now they feeling that it's okay to be fat. They are, I mean, I don't know, man. This is not the society that I grew up in 20 years ago. It's not, bro. Now, it's okay to be fat as a woman now. It's okay to be plus size, belly sticking out, just leftover women all over the place. Okay? No, black men, you gotta say no to these fatties. Look at her calves. They melt into each other. They're called cankles, bruh. I can't be with a female that got cankles, bruh. You can't even see her ankles. She's so goddamn fat. Okay? Fat calves, fat ankles, fat feet, fat elbows, fat foreheads, fat gut, a whole lot of gut going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you gotta get there exercise. See, these females nowadays are getting lazy. That's why you're seeing a lot of fatties here in America. They're getting lazy because of feminism. And men, they saying that it's okay for you to be fat. These mangina, simp-ass motherfuckers, they let these females know that it's okay to be overweight and obese. Okay? The Captain Save a Whole White Knight simps, they the one going around co-signing this shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying, fatty, you need to lose some weight. That's what they need to say. Fatty, you need to lose some weight. You need to get out of here and exercise with me and run. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, you see me running right now, man? You know what I'm saying? I ate some chocolate yesterday. You see what I'm saying? But now I'm out here running this shit off. No, these fat women, they scared to exercise, bro. They scared. The chick I was seeing, the 20-year-old, she had some weight on her, bro. I said, you gonna come out here and work out with me? She said, okay. Her ass didn't show up. We planned to come out here a month ago, last Saturday in the morning. She didn't show up. I said, I'm not gonna be with a female who don't wanna exercise. Fuck that shit. I'd rather have nothing because I live a certain lifestyle. I live at least 60%, 70% lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. 60% I'm eating good shit. Fruits, vegetables, minerals going into your body. See, if you get with a fat woman, you'll get fat yourself, bruh. I'm telling you, it happened to me before. You get with a female that love cookies and snacks and shit, you're gonna get around her, you're gonna be eating that shit too. You see what I'm saying? You get around her fat ass, her fat leftover women ass, and you're gonna be eating that shit too, bruh. See what I'm saying? So, don't get around these leftover women. Fat women and women past their prime. Okay? You want them slim. You want them slim like a Barbie doll. Okay? You see, when they create Barbies and stuff like that, they don't make obese Barbies. Okay? They make the slim and attractive Barbie, because that's what the standards are here in America. But now all that shit is changing because of all these simps and manginas. These manginas seem like they set the standards for American beauty all over again. Like they resetting the standards and shit. That's why you got all these fat women not afraid they fucking body, you got all these fat celebrities afraid not to show their body and shit. Afraid to not afraid to show their body, I mean. Like Lizzo, that bitch posted a big old fat, like a big ass fat whale pic when she was talking to Blue Boy. Okay, they exchanged some words on Instagram or on social media, and she showed her big old fat whale ass talking about blue face baby, and I was like, what? What type of world are we living in? Lizzo, she's a fucking goddamn walrus. She is dangerous for society. She is letting these females know that you can be big and sexy at the same time. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You cannot be big and sexy at the same time. You can be. You cannot be. You are fat. Look at them cankles. If you look at some of these fat women, right? These leftover fat women, okay? You will see the ankles are covered in fat. You know what I'm saying? You can see the feet are covered in fat. You will see that all of a sudden her ankles and her calves melt and come together as one. That's nasty, bruh. When I look at some of the feet on these females, and a lot of these females, they think they're better than you too. And so you look down at them cankles, you're like, oh man, you ain't better than me. Look at them cankles, bitch. Please, you ain't better than me. Look at your cankles. Your calves and your ankles come together. It's like you don't even have calves. Your calves are gone. You supposed to be able to see your calves. Them calves, you don't ate yourself into oblivion. See what I'm saying? Just remember, bud, when you get turned down by a bitch, you know, because some of us, when we get desperate for sex and we want to go after these fatties or whatever, just for a one-night stand or a hit-and-quit situation, pump-and-dump situation, you know what I'm saying? Just remember, look down at that bitch's feet. Do you really want to be cuddled up with that bitch in the bedroom, playing footsie with them calves, with them cankles and shit? You see what I'm saying? You really want to be cuddled up with them goddamn ankles and the motherfucking calves that come together as one? You really want to be like that, bro? Nah, fuck that shit, bro. No, you don't want to be like that. I gotta get up out of here and do my capoeira, bud. I don't want to burn out. So just remember, man, don't blow these women up. Look at these females, even if she got a pretty face, but she got a fat body, man. Don't compliment her, man. Don't encourage her to keep that fat going on her body and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't encourage her to keep that fucking fat on her body. Nah, get to a fucking goddamn gym. Get to a goddamn gym, bitch. You know, and back to what I was saying about black men. You gotta stop taking leftovers, bro. I know that sometimes you need your dick sucked and that's probably all you can get. But you gotta keep that shit on under, bro. Don't let the world see you with this leftover hoe. Big old fat whale. Now I understand if she got some money, you know what I'm saying? You know, but still, even then, bro, don't be with this bitch long term, bro. Get what you can get from her and keep that shit moving. You feel me? You know what I mean? Because the world, let me tell you, the world, it forces you, these fat women, okay? Notice that you only get the leftover women from other races, bro, especially if you're not a Tyrone. Now, if you're a Tyrone, then yeah, you're not gonna get leftover from other women, from other races, bro. You're gonna get hot women. But if you're a normal, average black man, that's around a 5, that could be a 4, 5, or a 6, you're gonna get these leftover women coming after you, bro. These desperate ass leftover bitches that men don't want, okay? That men do not want. Because let me tell you, like I said before, once a female reaches a certain age, she is considered leftovers. And I gotta go. You guys have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment, I'm out.